Sister Wives Janelle Brown reveals Kody Brown is alienated from 90 to 95% of his 18 kids. I will explain everything. Never miss this video. Please subscribe to the channel. Janelle Brown isn't buying ex-Kody Brown's explanations. During the December 1 episode of Sister Wives, Janelle hosted a graduation party for her and Kody's youngest daughter, Savannah Brown, but chose not to invite the father of 18. Kody is alienated for 90 to 95% of his children. Janelle, who has Logan Brown, 30, Madison Brush, 29, Hunter Brown, 27, the late Garrison Brown, Gabrielle Brown, 23, and Savannah, 19, with her ex stated, "He isn't really welcome at events. He's not coming, no matter who he brings or does not bring with him." That aforementioned plus one is Kody's wife, Robin Brown, who is the final woman standing after Janelle. Christine Brown and Mary Brown all left the former polygamist. Kody has this idea that somehow if he leaves Robin home, he's going to be able to come to these family gatherings, she said. And that's so far from the truth. Kody appeared to validate Janelle's statement by admitting in his own confessional that his family will only accept him if he eliminates Robin. "I'd like to be a part of Savannah's life, but it's like they're in this collusion that seems to hate Robin. And I don't know why other than, well, they're jealous," said the man. "I have this other part of the family that has decided that they are still a family and we are leaving. They'll let me in the club as long as I leave Robin behind. I can't do that." Kody eventually attended Savannah's actual graduation, which took place in May 2023, and posed for a photo with his daughter after the event. Savannah's siblings Gabrielle, Gwendolyn Brown, and the late Garrison also photographed with her during the ceremony, a heart from Kody. And Janelle hasn't simply made remarks about Kody's estranged relationship with his children behind his back. She discussed the problem with Kody on the TLC show's November 3 edition. "The kids are all feeling very estranged from you," she said. "There's a lot of nuances, and I can't be in the middle." Sister Wives airs on TLC every Sunday at 10 p.m. ET. Continue reading for more current season bombshells. Mary says Kody gave her hope for their marriage. Kody Brown stated he was ready to split from his first wife, Mary Brown, shortly after their 1990 wedding. "Nevertheless, he led me to believe that he would work on things by saying, 'Oh Mary, when we move to Flagstaff, this will be a good time to have a new beginning for us.'" Mary mentioned their 2018 move during the September 15 premiere. "As if he convinced me to believe those things. He has been doing this for a long time." Her primary complaint, she stated, is his lack of communication and how he really felt and what he really wanted or didn't want, and the story that he's been telling for all. And while Kody conceded that there may have been mixed messages, it was only because as he began to work on things, "I'm like, why would I do this?" he said. "I would not court and date her now." Mary's pals were ecstatic when she eventually pulled the plug in early 2023. They're like, "Okay, we're here for you, and we're supporting you. It's about damn time," she said. With her blinders removed, she now believes he had been attempting to persuade her to leave for years by claiming he didn't love her. "Because if he can push me out and I leave, he's not the bad guy because he didn't walk away." Kody wanted to sell the Coyote Pass. Years after the family bought the 14-acre plot of land they hoped to build on in Flagstaff, Arizona, Kody said in the season premiere that he was ready to let the dream go. Unable to build without paying the entire $820,000 price tag, which the family supposedly did in 2023, he told remaining wife Robin Brown, "I'd almost rather scrap it or sell it and then just start over somewhere else." "I can't talk about that," Robin replied. "That is so not where I'm at." Janelle left Kody for this reason, while second wife Janelle Brown previously told E! News, "We just kind of started to grow apart. It was Kody's failings as a parent to some of their children that prompted her to leave. The big spark for me was when his relationship with my children broke down and he didn't seem like he would move heaven and earth to fix it," the mother told Logan Brown, Madison Brown Brush, Hunter Brown, Garrison Brown, Gabriel Brown, and Savannah Brown. And I thought, oh, that was what was really holding me here. Even when Kody proposed reconciliation in the November 3 episode, Janelle refused to consider it. I don't know how I would ever reconcile with him and have him not have a relationship with my kids, she explained. No, I'm going to always choose my kids. That was Kody's explanation for not doing more to repair the rifts he was experiencing with several of his older children. I don't fit in with the family anymore, he said in the September 15 episode, noting that he was still totally married to Robin and raising their 5 children together: Dayton Brown, Aurora Brown, Brianna Brown, Solomon Brown, and Ariella Brown. He continued, and then I have some interaction with some of the other kids, but it's seldom. So, what should I do with all of this? It does not feel like a family. Despite being totally monogamous for the first time in their 14-year marriage, we're probably doing the worst we've ever done in our marriage, Robin admitted in the season 19 opener. Things have been bad between us. He's not sure who to blame, himself or one of the other women. Kody is experiencing a lot of rejection, and I believe he's looking at me, thinking, are you going to reject me too? As a result, she admitted, I am on my toes. I have to constantly ensure that he is not destroying our connection. The worst aspect, she summarized, was that there's no resource to help with the idea that I'm still married to a man who's going through divorces. Kody, meanwhile, was experiencing a confidence issue, stating, I can't look myself in the mirror and say, hey dude, I love you. Robin found it difficult to witness her former sister wives embrace their new period. They're all moving on, she stated in the October 27 show. I feel like the idiot that got left behind. Add Madison, Janelle's eldest daughter, to the list of children Kody does not currently have a relationship with. I know Maddie hasn't had any conversations with her father, Janelle stated during the premiere. He hasn't called, she hasn't phoned him, and she has no relationship with Robin. She's basically written them both off. According to Janelle, the difficulty is Kody's sporadic interaction with Maddie's children, Axel, Evangeline, and Josephine. She doesn't really want him to have any contact unless he can commit. While second wife Janelle Brown previously told E! News, we just kind of started to grow apart. It was eventually Kody's failures as a parent to some of their children that forced her to leave. The big spark for me was when his relationship with my children broke down and he didn't seem like he would move heaven and earth to fix it, said the mother to Logan Brown, Madison Brown Brush, Hunter Brown, Garrison Brown, Gabriel Brown, and Savannah Brown. And I thought, that was what was really holding me here. Even when Kody proposed reconciliation in the November 3 episode, Janelle refused to consider it. I don't know how I would ever reconcile with him and have him not have a relationship with my kids, she explained. No, I'm going to always choose my kids. That was Kody's justification for not working harder to repair the rifts he had with numerous of his older children. I don't fit in the family anymore, he complained in the September 15 show, noting that he was still totally married to Robin and parenting their 5 children together: Dayton Brown, Aurora Brown, Brianna Brown, Solomon Brown, and Ariella Brown. He said, and then I have some relationship with some of the other kids, but it's infrequent. So, what am I supposed to do with all of this? It doesn't seem like a family. Despite being totally faithful for the first time in their 14-year marriage, we're probably doing the worst we've ever done in our marriage, Robin revealed in the season 19 opener. It's been difficult between us. He isn't sure who to blame, himself or one of the other women. Kody is dealing with a lot of rejection, and I believe he's looking at me, thinking, are you going to reject me too? As a result, she stated, I'm on my toes. I'm constantly checking to make sure he's not destroying our connection. The most difficult thing, she summarized. There's no resource to help with the idea that I'm still married to a man who's going through divorces. Kody, meanwhile, was experiencing a confidence issue, stating, I can't look myself in the mirror and say, Hey dude, I love you. Robin found it difficult to witness her former sister wives embrace their new period. They're all moving on, she stated in the October 27 show. I feel like the idiot that got left behind. Add Madison, Janelle's eldest daughter, to the list of children with whom Kody has no current relationship. I know Maddie has not had any conversations with her father, Janelle said during the premiere. He does not phoned, she has not called him, and she has no relationship with Robin. She had very much written them both off. According to Janelle, the difficulty is that Kody has a sporadic relationship with Maddie's children, Axel, Evangeline, and Josephine. She doesn't really want him to have any contact unless he can commit. As a result, Janelle revealed in the September 22 episode that Kody did sort of cut off communication with Maddie and her husband Caleb Brush, whose sister was married to Kody's brother. When the family started to really dissolve, Maddie has been mama bear to the extreme, according to Janelle, since Kody hasn't visited or called. She has felt like until he can be consistent and show up and not be dramatic that she feels like it's probably better if they don't know about him. While Robin stated that she has encouraged Kody to reach out and make amends, she added, I believe the children should do the same. For the time being, Kody does not appear to be willing to mend the split, complaining that every time he spoke with his daughter, it was a fish for gossip, and I got tired of it. During their 32nd anniversary celebration, he was alluding to the fact that he never loved me and he felt like he had to marry me, Mary said in a chat with her friend Brandy during the September 15 premiere. And I said to him, I said, Kody, I said, I know you loved me. And if he didn't, Leon Brown's mother asked in a confessional, why did he propose? When a single young man meets a single young woman, why would he choose to marry her and just affirm and force love for her when he didn't love her? She was curious. Is that really cruel? To pick me out of a crowd and just say, I pick you. Kody's answer, as revealed in his own confessional. Oh, Mary has her little allegations now. Okay, she may say whatever she wants. I am not going to comment on it. However, he would admit that they never had a honeymoon time. This marriage was on the rocks the entire marriage, he insisted during the October 20 show. And how do I know that? I had a much better relationship with Janelle, Christine, and Robin. He confessed that he should have gotten out of the relationship 25 years ago, but he persisted out of fear, stating, leadership will never allow you to marry again if you're discarding wives. Thus, she wasn't sure if she wanted to develop on Coyote Pass or sell it off. Janelle stated that the first step was to pay off the Arizona property, and with Kody refusing to speak with her about the matter, I think I'm going to have to lawyer up, she revealed to former sister wife Christine Brown in the September 22 episode. Because I think that's the only way I'm ever going to get any kind of decision out of him. And Janelle admitted that without a legal marriage with Kody, I really have no legal rights to make any kind of claim on Kody's property. She stated, it's not like I'm just phoning a lawyer and saying I need to divorce this. Kody's explanation for not communicating to Janelle about their Arizona property is that he no longer trusted her. We will pay off the property when the time comes, he insisted in a confessional on the September 22 episode. And I'm not giving you any details about what I'm doing or whatever because I'm tired of disclosing information that goes through the gossip mill of our broken family. In her own interview, Janelle admitted to being a bit of a pot calling the kettle black. He leaks like a sieve, she said. He told me stuff about his other relationships and his other wives that I was like, I don't think you're supposed to be telling me that. When the family's love was still increasing rather than dividing, they used to pool their funds into a single pot. We would use all of our resources to help one person, and then we would all rally to support the other person, Janelle revealed on the September 22 show. That's how it's always been until the last decade or so. And then it became all about my estate, and everyone needs their own estate. So, when Robin needed a home in Arizona, they all chipped in to buy her $1.65 million 5-bedroom mansion, which was put for sale in August. Janelle complained about the family's inability to pay off Coyote Pass. claiming Kody had all these other debts. Nevertheless, she has seen him acquire other things, such as trailers and home decor. I see all of the art on their walls, she stated about Robin and Kody's house. I see everything, and that's okay. I have money and have spent it on many things. Kody, for his part, stated that he spent a lot of money on cars, basically had a fleet, and insurance for the kids, and, while Janelle admitted she had no idea how Kody and Robin handled their finances. I used to be surprised at how nice her backyard was. It was entirely finished. There was always something coming at her. Bottom line, she stated, he doesn't prioritize what I need or want. That dilemma finally wore her down. I used to be not so good with money, she admitted during the September 22 show. When I was young, I had hard knocks, and then I learned during my divorce really how to budget myself very, very well. Regarding her fellow sister wives, she stated, you just must have had a different priority of where you're in the September 22 episode. Janelle admitted that while she and Christine, mothers of Aspen Brown, Mykelti Brown Padron, Peyton Brown, Gwendolyn Brown, Isabel Brown, and Truly Brown, spend time with their children, there's no contact, really, with Mary, Robin, or Kody. I don't expect that to alter much. During their stay in Las Vegas, Kody described their arrangement of 4 residences on one cul-de-sac as the best moment of my life, saying, everything was running nicely and Maddie and Caleb were around, which was great to have. And I adored Caleb. He was truly like family. However, things started to fall apart in Arizona as they disagreed on coronavirus-related procedures. When his marriages failed, he claimed his bonds with his children deteriorated. It just made all those relationships feel sour. But Christine said there were concerns long before she announced her departure in late 2021. All the kids that were frustrated way before I left. She added on the September 22 show, I left without changing his children's bond with him. Kody can still improve his ties with his children. Even so, it will undoubtedly need some effort. I'm so angry about how I've been treated that I haven't gotten past that, Kody told me. Here's the thing. I'm not willing to accept responsibility for things that my wife or ex-wife is sitting there saying I did. I hope the contempt fades in time. We'll be able to rediscover forgiveness and love. Kody said that he and Mary did not know each other very well when they married spiritually and legally at the ages of 21 and 19, respectively. They eventually filed for divorce in 2014, allowing Kody to officially adopt Robin's 3 eldest children from her prior marriage. When we got married, she was very different, and I think just there's some baggage that Mary had that I didn't know about. Kody told me. Initially, I felt like I could live with it, claiming that everything was a fight, he stated. I can't live in a world where she is constantly angry at me. However, he was unable to depart. A man in plural marriage told Kody, if he wants to remain faithful and in the faith, he cannot seek a divorce. It's not authorized. So I was unable to leave that relationship. At the same time, I did not necessarily want to end the relationship. I wanted to know if we could save and repair it. He acknowledged Mary's belief that they will work everything out, which explains the contradictory messages. But every time they were together, Kody said, she wasn't kind, she wasn't fun, she wasn't kind, and she wasn't intriguing. I'm trying to be curious with her, but I'm bored. To be fair, he added that he could understand why Mary felt abandoned. But I didn't kick, though Janelle and Christine believed they didn't need to divorce Kody since their marriage was never legitimate. Mary requested an official separation, known as a release, in late 2022. When each of us 4 ladies married Kody, it was through our church, she explained on September 22. Obviously, we couldn't all be legally married, but it was what we termed a covenant. So I believe it is appropriate to end that since we are not proceeding with any marriage and I do not want to be, bonded to him for eternity if he does not want me. And I'm at the point where I'd like to entirely separate this. Kody was reluctant to the notion, she continued, since he did not want to acknowledge the authority of the church officials. The damage was done so badly that we're not going to reconcile no matter what, Kody stated. And so, while we are held accountable to God, I do not want to be held accountable to this church and all of their nonsense. So I'm going to let Mary do her thing, because if I get furious at her, it turns into a battle. And I needed her to leave since it took her so long to realize it had been done and over for years. A text message conversation about a 2021 holiday present exchange went particularly unpleasant for the 18 Brown children. It all went bad. It all went south, Christine explained. Kody and Robin and their children were on one side and didn't want anything to do with Janelle, me, or our children. And there was a division following this text thread. Robin stated that her 3 older children felt the exchange was emotionally unsafe and that they needed to walk away from the relationship. But it was never anything about, "We don't want to see you again. We don't want anything to do with you," she told me. It was just about, like, "Hey, this got yucky." For his part, Gabriel hopes that, "The thing I want the most is to just have a relationship with Robin's children again," he admitted in the October 13 episode. In middle school, Aurora was my favorite person to spend time with. And throughout high school, I'd always try to contact Dayton. But I'm not hoping for a relationship with Dad or Robin. I have been told directly, multiple times, by multiple different people, that I was not accepted. Aurora claimed of joining the family after her mother married Kody in 2010, that I was not their sister, that they did not consider or see me that way. Her sister Brianna also believed the parents could have done a better job with, connecting us as a family, and it never really happened. Christine wonders how they could have spread their arms even wider. Robin's kids and Robin were both invited to everything, she said. I would just say, just come into the house anytime you want. Meanwhile, she said, her daughter Sybil Brown was very close to Robin's kids, and my Kelty Brown Padron even lived with them for a while. There were hard times and my kids were frustrated, but they always considered Robin's kids their siblings just the same. Janelle gushed about the independence she was given, saying of multiple marriage, "When it's working properly, you have this amazing family unit that you're a part of, a community that you're plugged into. You have a husband, a terrific relationship with him, and you have everything, correct? And then I have complete independence. So, for me, plural marriage was an excellent arrangement." Kody, however, refused to say "I do" to polygamy again. "Polygamy kills emotional intimacy," he said on the December 1 program. "It makes everybody defensive. And I really want an emotionally vulnerable, intimate relationship with a woman, and you're not going to get that in polygamy." According to Janelle, Kody struggled to divide his love after the family relocated from Las Vegas to Arizona in 2018. When he moved to Flagstaff, Kody found it a lot easier to be away, she said in the September 29 episode. "A couple of times I had to remind him that he needed to come to my house." She revealed that he would try to beg off because he was fatigued, saying, "I'm really tired." I said, "Well, you can rest at my house just as much as you can at Robin's." Janelle described the separation. Her children felt from Robin, saying, "My children were scolded if they opened Robin's fridge." Christine's children, however, were concerned because they saw that Robin and their dad were a couple and he wasn't in our home. And Robin stated that her staff felt the gap. "Mary, across the board, was very accepting of my kids and I, but the rest of the family really struggled to accept my kids and I," she said on the September 29 show. "All we wanted to do was be a part of this family." But Gabriel would claim that he and his siblings went to tremendous efforts to bring them into the family. "I think that Robin definitely has a victim complex," he observed on the show on October 13. "To put it frankly, and I don't necessarily blame her for this, I believe that various people have different techniques to keep themselves aloft." He went on to say, "If she actually believes that we were mistreating her or her children in any way when she was constantly getting favorited by Dad, and we were always working on our relationship with her kids. If she actually believes that, then there's no chance of me having a relationship with Robin ever again." Having their father move between 4 different houses had an impact on Kody's 18 children. He revealed during the September 29 episode, describing how his and Robin's youngest, Ariella, who was born in January 2016, clung to his leg as he attempted to flee. I had to explain to her, "There's another wife who needs me, another mother. I have other kids who need to see me," Kody explained. "And she is just dragging along on my legs, screaming, 'Don't leave me, Daddy, don't leave me.' And I'm thinking, golly, dude, this is hard." She added that her children knew from the start that their father would not always be present. "I've always thought Kody and Robin handled her children's situation poorly. He couldn't be away for more than 3 or 4 days because Ari would become depressed or anything. I think that was poor parenting. Throughout the family's history, the other children did it and are fine. They are well-adjusted adults." One of the few Brown children who remained close to both Robin and Kody, as well as Christine and Janelle, Mykelti, a mother of 3, served as a peacekeeper during Kody's divorces. Mykelti has been close to Robin since she first joined the Brown family, and she has even invited her to attend the birth of her twins Archer and Ace in November 2022. When Robin first joined the family, I was trying to figure out who I was, and she made me feel special and seen. Mykelti said on the September 29 episode, "Robin was there when I needed her. She was there for me when I needed someone to listen and love me. And her mother, Christine, could not have been happier." When Robin joined the family, and it was clear she and Mykelti had a great relationship, "It was everything I hoped for," Christine said during the October 6 show. "When I was so excited about having a plural family, I was hoping that my kids would have a great relationship with other moms." Kody believes it is not just his wives who have excluded him from their lives. "They're purposefully leaving me out of their lives to punish me for a crime I did not commit," he claimed during the October 6 episode, discussing his alienation with several of his older children. "I am only guilty of not falling madly in love with their mothers." Furthermore, he believes his ex-spouses are partially responsible. "This disparity in relationship with my children is specifically in my mind because of talk." No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.